things that causes people not to be vulnerable in their relationship. Remember I said that if you're not vulnerable, it might not be your partner's fault, right? So it might just be that you have trust issues. Probably some people have broken your heart in the past and they are finding it very difficult to let people into your heart. You would not trust your partner. You're building up a wall to protect yourself. So you're denying yourself the full emotional connection with your partner. It might be the fear of rejection. Probably people have rejected you in the past and you don't want that to happen anymore. So you put off a tough front to say, yeah, I need to be able to hold on. I need to be able to protect myself. It might be the pressure to perform to a particular standard. That pressure might have been put on by yourself. It might be put on by your partner, right? So this is some of the things that deter people from being vulnerable, from being emotionally connected and achieving emotional compatibility with their partner. It might be comparison. You're comparing yourself to the other person and you feel that sometimes it might even be low self-esteem that doesn't want you to be, that is deterring you from opening up fully to your partner. And it can even be your upbringing, especially in this part of the world. Your experiences, sometimes we are a function of our experience and the environment, but we don't have to let those experiences define our future. So it's possible that you've gone through some experiences in the past, but that's why I tell people when I can, do you want to allow this experience to determine the effect of your future? Hasn't it affected you enough from the time that you were growing up to this point in time? It's not time for you to drop those things and not allow it affect your future relationship. So that's what emotional compatibility is. And this is actually very, very important for you, for a sustainable relationship. So the question that we'll be discussing, one of the things, I want you to be thinking through it and think through your own relationship as well too. And then I'm thinking, okay, do I have this in my relationship? What do I do? Is it a deal breaker? Is it a must have? Is it a good to have? So emotional compatibility is actually very important for a sustainable relationship. Okay, so quickly we'll move to the next one, which is the physical compatibility. So when people think about physical compatibility, what comes to their mind is I'm thinking about attraction, I'm thinking about desire, I'm thinking about passion, I'm thinking about the butterflies that run through my tummy anytime we see. I'm thinking about the fact that, oh my God, I just want to have this person. Okay, and the truth of the matter is that single people get tempted. So let's drop that. It's not the temptation. It's not the fact that you're tempted. It's what you do, what you allow, what you allow to take root in your heart, basically. So yeah, it's not that. Do you understand? Fine, there's a part of tingly feeling and the attraction in physical compatibility. But it's much more than that. It has to do with the way your appearance, right? It's not a fixation on outward beauty alone, but it's just the understanding. So that means both of you get each other when it comes to her. So some people want to, I put different pictures here, right? Of people, of where people dress. So some people, they are just okay with the laid back kind of dressing, like the lady wearing the, what's it called, carton color trousers. Some people want to deck up. Some people, they want to cover up everything. Some people, they like official from Monday to Sunday, So yeah, so basically it's your partner being comfortable with your appearance, right, at this point in time, presently, not in the future. Because what usually happens is for some people is that once they get married and they start having kids and responsibility sets in, they tend to change who they are. Right? So it's the understanding between both of you that, okay, I'm okay with this person's appearance, I'm okay with this person's fashion preferences. And it also has to do with public display of affection. Let me tell you a little story here. My husband is someone that is big on public display of affection. Us, my husband want to follow you to the market and they want to hold your hand and hold your waist. I'm like, hey, we're in the market now. Before all these people boys start shouting on us, get a room or something, right? He's that kind of person that, okay, will drop you and say, okay, give me a kiss here. So I had to deal with that, okay, I'm not really comfortable with this. Let's keep it at home, let's keep the affection. But he's not that kind of person, So physical compatibility is important. Okay, it also includes health understanding. When I mean health understanding, it means that some people are very, very big on health, fitness, exercise, what I eat, my diet, and all of that. And this other person is just a sweet tooth. I want to eat my chocolate and biscuits, and there's no problem. If I don't know both of you understand it, but if the person that has and is big on health, if it's a big deal to that person, the person will start disturbing this other person. And it's not the disturbing that the person that is important, it's the fact that they will start pestering, and then it will start to cause issues between both of you. Don't you see a couple that begin to argue about, oh, don't you care about your health? Don't you care about what you eat? You know, you should exercise, get up. And this other person, just leave me alone, you know. So they don't have the same understanding when it comes to that, you know. So all of these are things that form physical compatibility. Is it important? Yes, it is important. But if you are not physical compatible, now I counseled someone about a month ago, or is it 2 months ago, a guy that has met a lady that probably checked all the boxes, right? And then the only thing was that, oh, I wish that she was much more beautiful than she is right now. So he sent me the picture. I said, this girl's not beautiful. That was my reaction. He said, no, she has a lot of pimples on her face. And I'm like, okay, but she checks emotionally, she checks spiritually, she checks. I'm like, okay, nobody's going to tell you what to do. It's guidance that we're going to provide. And so basically I told him, I said, look, it depends on what is more important to you. Is this a deal breaker for you? Is it a must-have? The pesky breasts, the, what's it called now? The hips, the figure eight. Is it a must-have for you? Or is it a nice to have and I can make do with what I'm comfortable with what you have? You know, and then these people you're talking about, that's what I told him. I said, it's money. Oh, when there is money, you can take care of a lot of these things. Do you understand? So I said, look, I felt that was not enough reason for him not to take the action. But the decision is ultimately, so you just provide guidance for him. So you think about it, that am I willing to let all of this other connection on all different fronts go because of the pimples on her face? Is it enough? Is it enough? Do you understand? So when it comes to physical compatibility, it's what both of you, it's how you see it. A must have, a nice to have. Am I comfortable with what I see without the necessarily having the compulsion to change them? Because that's where we have issues. So we see a guy that we like that checks spiritually, check. But the brother likes to wear things that you don't like. You saw it. There's no issue in trying to advise. But where you will not have the issue is you are embarrassed by them, right? And then you now make it compulsory. You begin to hammer and nag and continue to talk about this over and over again. That's where it becomes an issue, right? So that's what I'm going to say about physical compatibility. It depends on how you see it, how important it is to you, compared to all the others.